All right, people, what is going on today? It's my first market update. I'm gonna see if I can plan out my videos a little bit more, make them a little more structured than they used to be. I'm kind of used to just freeballing off the top of my head, but I understand for the most part, people want to see videos that make sense, and I have to facilitate that. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and just the prices today. Specifically today, I mean, they pretty much skyrocketed, right? Let's take a look at the graph. I mean, if we look at just the, I'm looking at the daily charts. Let's look at the 30-minute chart, for example. So all the way back, well, actually, this is still not even really the daily technically, but you'll see. I mean, Bitcoin and Ethereum skyrocketed today. Like, again, just taking a look at no, literally today, right? So looking at the 1st of August, we started off today around what, like 11,300. We're at $11,800 today. That's a whole $500. Bitcoin is up today. Things are really rallying up. Ethereum, I kind of missed it because I took too long, but Ethereum hit a high of $392 today. Pretty crazy, right? Now, obviously, this isn't the whole day going down here, but I think today, honestly, today it started at around it started today around $330. Honestly, huge green candle for the day. Now, obviously, Bitcoin's crazy up today. Ethereum is crazy up today. Why, right? I mean, honestly, the reasons why things go up and down are the biggest questions are why. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and point out two of them. One, pretty obvious. U.S. is printing money, right? It's actually, and looking at this article, I didn't realize this until I saw it. But yeah, we've actually printed more money in 1 month than 2 whole centuries, right? This is going back to the CARES Act that the government kind of released. I think it was a couple months ago at this point. But essentially, it was a $3 trillion stimulus package that went into different industries. But the point was is that they printed it with like out of their own volition, obviously to help the people, to help the economy and whatnot. But the fact that they can go ahead and print that much money, without anyone really checking them or without any really notice, I guess you could say, it's pretty nuts. And people are noticing probably that I mean, I have all this money here I've been working so hard for, but the fact is that these guys can print it whenever they want. I mean, what is it really worth at the end of the day, right? If I spend hours, most people spend more than half of their day that they're awake, of course, working, right, for their hard money, for their hard-earned money. But the fact that these guys can print it with no problem, I mean, people are starting to realize that, and they're probably going into different currencies because of it, whether it be crypto, or whether it be going into different assets like gold or whatnot. But Bitcoin and crypto is really just killing it, especially recently. I mean, these things went up like I think the past week. Like Bitcoin went up like $2,000 plus. Ethereum was up like almost 100 something bucks. Crazy, crazy. The second reason, well, actually not even really the second reason, but the second thing I noticed is that Ethereum's at an all-time high between now and the last 2 years. That's 2018. It's nuts. Like I didn't even really realize that. I mean, Ethereum hasn't been this high in a long time, right? So like if we're taking a look, let's go ahead and expand this chart a little bit. If we're taking a look, I mean, all the way back, let's just say 2019, near October, right? We were at near like a $200 Ethereum. I mean, we've been bouncing up and down since then. We hit an $86 Ethereum in March. $86, which means that if you bought Ethereum in March, you pretty much almost quadrupled your money, right? Bitcoin about three extra money because Bitcoin hit about 4,000 if I remember correctly. But you know what I mean? It's pretty hard to deny that crypto is a really good store of value, especially now. Now, I guess the last question here is, should you get in? And I'll tell y'all my personal strategy. So personally, I've been cost averaging in every week or so, throwing about like 100 something bucks in there, whether it be Ethereum, Bitcoin, or any other smaller alt. That's kind of the strategy I'm going with right now, especially because we are pretty much in the middle of a bull market, so it's never good or wise, I would say, to just throw everything at it at once. However, I mean, if anything, if you really are just feeling the FOMO, you're scratching your neck, you're like fiending and stuff, maybe wait for a pullback. Because I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is almost all green. The only red candle on the daily was when? That was on the 27th. But ever since then, we've been going up. yeah, no, we're definitely going to see a pullback, I'm sure. The question is when. But again, that's anyone's guess. So what I would say, guys, stay diligent. You know, keep on seeing what's going out in the real world, whether it be the government printing more money and whatnot. I mean, to be honest, to be quite honest with you guys, I think the reason why, specifically why everything is going up so quickly, especially recently, is because the Democrats and the Republicans are currently coming up with another bill. I think it's called the HEALS Act, where I think they're planning on printing minimum another $1 trillion. So again, take all this stuff with a grain of salt, but it's kind of obvious or pretty clear if you're looking at it from this perspective that they're going to keep on printing more money. And if you're holding most of your wealth in dollars or whatnot, you know, again, it kind of devalues it a little bit. So stay tuned for the next video. I'll see how these market updates, I guess, catch on, and maybe if you guys like it, I'll keep doing them, and we'll go from there. Thanks for tuning in, and peace.